Hello, my name is Brianna, and today for you I have a musical instructional resource. This resource is a website that has a animated orchestra. Um, Here it shows where the conductor would stand to conduct the orchestra, and it also shows where different instruments would sit. Here we have the violins, the woodwind section, harp, percussion, brass, cellos, violas, and the double bass. Each of these different sections are able to be clicked on and will provide some musical samples for the for each different section and also for each different instrument as well. I will warn you before I click these that the music can be a bit loud. And this is another instrument. You can click here for students would on this side of the activity, students will be able to listen to the instrument itself, and they will be able to figure figure out what name goes with what instrument, or they will be able to test themselves um, based on prior knowledge of these instruments, such as students will be able to click on the word itself and drag it over to the correct instrument. If it is the correct instrument, it will go green. If it isn't the right instrument, it will go red and have that noise. So check to see which is right. Another thing that students can do on the left side of the activity is they will read a little bit about the string family, but this activity also has words that are missing. Students will have to find the correct word and place it into this part of the activity, such as this one says the string family is made up of violins, violas, cellos, double bass, and the harp. So students would type that in, and then they would finish typing all these other answers and reading it, and then they are able to press this button. This will also show them which answers they were right on and which ones they didn't get right, so they can go back and check it. And each section is basically similar. We will place the same as the other activity. Students will also identify which names go with the correct instruments, and then it will do the same thing. And go green if it's correct, red if it's wrong. It will, and then the only differences are the names of the instruments and the instruments themselves, of course, and the information on the left side will be particularly particularly only for that section. So here they would talk about the woodwinds, and it would talk about what makes up the woodwind section. And then it also talks about other different things about these instruments. And the only difference is the conductor. This one also has some music that is quite loud, and this one shows just does essentially, as it says, he or she immediately knows every part of the music. So the conductor is the person who knows how it should sound like, how the music itself should sound like when it's played by all of the other instruments. This resource can be used in a couple of different ways. It can be used to help students learn the different instruments and what they might sound like, what they would sound like together, and provides a little bit of information about them. Personally, I would use this as a way for students to assess themselves on what they have already learned about these different instruments. That way, students can themselves decide if they need to go back and review the instruments that they might have missed. It can be used also by the teacher as a way for them to check whether or not the students learned the information and learned what the instruments are, the names of the instruments, and what they and where they sit in relation to this. This activity can be used by itself, but I would put it in with another activity, just so that the teacher can be able to better assess what students have learned, such as providing this activity with a journal activity, for instance, where students have to talk about what they knew when they completed all the different activities in this website, and about what they need to work on. So the teacher can then help the students by maybe creating a mini lesson to go over what the students still need to learn. And that's how I would use this